Hello everybody, welcome. It's me John, aka Nosy, and I'm here for an impromptu tech review. I haven't done one of these for a little while. I have been wanting to pick up a clip-on mic set for quite a while. I have noticed the audio in my videos has, depending on the situation I've been in, out and about, doing vlogging, any sort of interference with the microphone on the camera, which is usually my phone, I have experienced a lot of problems. Also, if I'm moving position of said device, such as my phone, any sort of rubbing accidentally against the microphone has caused a bit of like audio clipping or so on and so forth. This microphone set that I'm going to give a little honest review of today, this is what I would call at the budget end. Anybody starting out making videos on YouTube or any sort of anything, could be podcasting, could be live streaming, could be anything of that nature. It could be, or streaming, video game streaming, things like that nature. Anything to do with audio, external audio devices that is needed for something. This is what I would definitely call a budget option. At this moment in time, I've been constantly looking. I've been looking at brands such as DJI, Insta360, any sort of big branded, well-known within the YouTube sphere, in the vlogging side of things and so on. That seems to be the direction a lot of people are going in. There is also Rode as well that I have been told are pretty decent. Now, there is a possibility some point down the line I may pick up the Rode ones. I do quite like Rode as a brand, so I will most likely give them a shot. These, what I'm reviewing today, these right here are just a very like budget friendly. These I purchased off of Amazon. They are called KUKIHO. They are a Chinese brand by the looks of it. Just a very basic. So I found these. They were only about 30 quid. So I'm not expecting massive changes. I'm not expecting a great performance of these microphones. When these first arrived, I did give them a little check just to make sure that they did work before making the review. And they do work. My phone picks them up fine. But all I will say is there is a couple of, like, I would call intermittent thing with the noise cancelling feature on these. So on the back it says here 135 feet accessible reception, longer working time of 36 hours. That's with the case. So with the case you get up to 36 hours. Real-time sound reception, 3 levels of noise reduction, sound and picture synchronization. So they come in this very nice portable chargeable case, a little bit bigger than earbuds, but they are still small enough to put in a pocket or a rucksack or travel bag of some description. They do not take up much space whatsoever. So just open up like so. You have a receiver that plugs into to whatever device you're using, and 2 microphones. According to the microphones, last up to 6 hours on their own. So it's 6 hours of use with the microphone on its own, away from the case. So in use, so you get up to 6 hours, but with the case you get up to 36 hours of continuous usage. So what you get included with this set is exactly what it says on the front there. You get the case, chargeable case, you get 2 microphones, you get, I believe they're called, is it Dead Cats? whatever these little wind protector things are. You get the transmitter, and you also get an adapter for iOS devices. This is compatible with USB Type-C, so it uses a Type-C USB connection for Android devices, and it also comes with a iOS iPhone adapter and a charge cable. So open up the box like so, just to let you know that I'm not fibbing. This is the protective thing that was protecting the device. You get like a little quick use guide, which is actually quite good actually. It's just a real basic thing. It just gives you a little rough of how to use, and it's all in English as well. Inside here, you got these fluffy windproof covers. They literally just slip onto the top of them. They are like rectangular inside, but they are pretty fluffy. So when you're out and about, they will be pretty perfect, really, to just kind of block out some of that. But you get two of those. So you get one that's in the baggie still, and you got one that I've already opened. And then you got this little mini charge cable. Right now, you are probably wondering, are you even using the microphone at this moment in time? No, I am not. I am doing that on purpose, people. I'm doing that on purpose because I want to give you a proper, fair review and a non-biased review. So this beginning segment of this is completely just my phone recording audio. It is just the microphone built into the phone. This is how my audio usually sounds whenever I'm making a video in the house or at home. I'm going to now plug in the transmitter, and I'm going to go through all three levels of the noise cancelling feature, and I'm also going to step outside and do a little bit outside as well. It is not very windy, but it is like a slight breeze, so I just want to kind of try it out as well with outside noise and everything. Okay, so this is the microphone on. This is on level 1. So as you can see, the green light. So I've not done it with the wind blocker cover. This is without the wind blocker cover. Once I go outside, I will put the wind cover back on so you can hear the difference. One thing I do like as well is that it's completely working perfectly with my phone. It actually indicates at the bottom of the screen that it is indeed using a USB recording device in order to get the audio, which is great that it indicates that. So what I'm going to do now is just a simple one click on the button. See it flash twice. It is now on level 2 of the noise cancellation. Let me know if you hear any difference there with level 2. Now level 3. 3 flashes. It is now on level 3. Now it's at the most at this point. So what I noticed, I don't know if anybody else is noticing this, when I play back any clip that I'm using with this microphone, even though it is denoising the situation, I find these are incredibly sensitive. Any sort of small movement, it does seem to pick up slightly. And also there is like slight, what can I say? When you start talking, you can hear the noise cancelling working in the background. But as soon as you start talking, there's like a slight intermittent fraction of a second where that breaks in order to compensate the voice, or whenever you're talking. But to be honest, they're not too bad. I don't know what people will think of the actual audio quality of them, but I can only find out for sure when properly using it when I'm out and about. In this house right now, there is literally no intermittent noises. The TV's off. There is no sort of heating on or any fans or air conditioning units. There is nothing in this house that should be giving off any noise, except for me talking. So, but that's that. So I'm going to move outside now. I'm going to put the windproof cover on, and we're going to try. I'm also going to do a bit of a distance shot as well, away from the transmitter, in order to see how well it is from a distance away from the device you are using. Okay, so as you can see, the windproof cover, possibly see, is on. I am outside. It's on level 3. I decided to keep it on level 3 because when you're outside, it will likely be on the highest denoise setting you can get on the device. I'm in my garden. There's a slight breeze. There's a little bit of traffic going past the road here on the top, and so I'm going to just, the transmitter is still in the device. It is just there on the, as you can see. So I'm outside, so I'm probably about 5 or 6 foot away from it, maybe 3 foot away from it. So hopefully it sounds okay on your end. I'm at the back gate now. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. So, yeah. What do you think? Can you still hear me fine? You should be able to. It's not that far. Okay, so I'm in the 10 foot now. I'm going to walk all the way to the end and maybe go across the road as well, because the traffic's not too bad. And I'm going to go as far away as possible from the transmitter and see what happens. So let's do that. But yes, so hopefully you're still hearing me okay. There's slight noise in the background, cars going by, things of that nature. So I'm right at the end of the 10 foot now. This is where it ends. So let's go across this road. And I'm at the billboard right at the far end here. I don't even know if you can even see me still. But yeah, this is pretty far. Let me come across the road again. There is slight wind going past the microphone right now as I'm walking. I don't know if it's picking any of that up. But yeah. But hopefully these will do the trick. For a budget option, they're not too bad at all, really. And I'm back. So I will find out probably when I'm editing this, whether there will be any sort of feedback. But from what I can say, for a budget option, these are actually pretty solid. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're looking for a budget option, if you're starting out making videos on YouTube or streaming or vlogging or anything like that, these might be a good little starter option for you. But if you, I don't know, if you had a little bit more exposable income, then I would probably suggest going for the Rode option, or a DJI or Insta360 mic, things like that. But if you're somebody like myself that doesn't have that exposable income and just looking for an option to just help try and improve the audio when you're out and about doing vlogs, this could be a good little option for you. But thank you, take care, bye bye for now.